So, hi Seth, nice talking to you. For the one who don't know me, my name is Florian, I'm French, and I'm responsible of BQool Europe. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check a bit about BQool together, and we're gonna go in more details about the AI. Sounds good for you?
Sounds very good.
All right, perfect. Let me share my screen now with you. So let's talk about BQool. So BQool has been on the Amazon repricing business for more than 10 years. We are a pioneer in the industry. And as you can see on the screen, we've built a team composed with more than 50 people and with many AI software engineers. This is very important to notice since we developed the AI repricer. What we can do is, also we mentioned that we can mention that BQool was created by Amazon sellers. The founder is an Amazon seller. So we know very well the Amazon sellers pain point. Also, our goal at BQool is very clear. What we want is actually to do everything we can to help the Amazon sellers to become top sellers. This is our goal, the main goal. So also the development of our software are based on the historical data we collected throughout the years. Since I told you we are on the market for like more than 10 years now. So this is how we could create this very intelligent algorithmic repricer. Also, I'd like to mention that BQool is part of the Amazon Marketplace Development Console. I don't know, Seth, if you know this, but it's quite a big deal since it's a very small selected group by Amazon. So it means also that it's more safe because all the data usage must comply with the Amazon policy. Finally, I would like to just show you something. So we have a proven record with a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot with like hundreds of reviews, as you can see on my screen right now. So I can invite all of the viewers to go have a look at this amazing rating and check all the comments we are receiving from our users. So then I think you will understand how serious we are in helping the Amazon sellers to reach their goal.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
I'll do a review for you later.
Oh, please do. I mean, a real review, that's just what we ask, and actually a positive one. All right, so let's check a bit more about the AI right now. So why did we create the AI repricer? This is actually what we're gonna talk about now. So as I mentioned earlier, we've been in a repricing business for a while, and this is why we know very well the seller's pain point. So as an Amazon sellers, you know that very well. It's not possible to keep adjusting your rules for every single asset you have. Moreover, if you have like hundreds and hundreds of assets like you have said. So also each seller's competitive environment is different, right? You get FBA, FBM, Prime, non-Prime. You can have Amazon competing with you too. So it's very hard to set up a rules for all those competitors. So this is why we came up with the AI repricer, so you can outperform and compete more effectively against your competitors for every single asset that you have. You can also, thanks to the AI, you can learn their patterns and you can predict their move. We're gonna check a bit more details about that later. So the BQool AI Repricer will help you win more buy box because once it's turned on, it will learn and predict what your competitors are going to do. For each of your listed products, the AI will make sure that every competitor's price listed for that specific product has been processed and then repriced based on a range of factors. And we're going to check these factors in a bit. I'm going to explain to you how the AI works. So also the AI collect the past data of all the competitors for specific asset. The AI repricer can analyze and then it will determine if the market conditions fit to be more aggressive or more passive. to optimize the seller's price. So it means that if you optimize the seller's your price, then you will have, of course, you will minimize the loss of profit margin you have. So now I want to do is actually I want to show you the difference maybe between a rule-based repricer and an AI repricer. So definitely the AI repricer is better, but what we can check is how is it better than the rule-based. So let's take a look at, you can see my screen now, you see the board. So let's take a look at some of the main difference between the AI and rule-based repricer. So the rule-based repricer gives sellers full control to change prices in response to the competitors. So the thing is, it requires sellers to manually set up rule based on different scenarios. You also have to list the factors to tell the repricers how do you want to price against competitors, right? So overall, we can say that the rule-based repricer is good because in a way that it allows you to have a full control of the price change. But the thing is, in order to have this full control, then you will have to set up manually, and the setup process, then it will be time consuming and also can be complicated. So for some of the new sellers, or if they don't really know how to use a rule-based repricer, or they don't really know their market very well, then definitely it will be an asshole. The thing is also, because it's a rule-based repricer, it's manual, like I said, but the market then is constantly changing, right? The competitors always change. So it means that you will need to always monitor the market conditions to update the rules. So it might not be that easy for new people. In the contrary, if you check at the AI, so an AI repricer is much more intelligent and set the best possible price according to all the market conditions. And what it will do, it will analyze the market trends to determine the price by analyzing a lot of different metrics. So BQool AI algorithm repricer, what it does is using a machine learning. So this machine learning will predict the pricing trends. So the more you reprice over time, the better price prediction and optimization you would get, because it will start to learn, like day by day, it would get more and more data and insight. So overall, the pros, sorry, for the AI would be like, the setup is very simple, very quick, and as I say, you have machine learning, so definitely it will be very powerful. And it can accelerate the buy box win rate and boost the percentage of buy box that you win. So this is very interesting. This is very important. And I'm going to check with you later on the result that you have, since you are using the AI for a couple of days. We can check that together. You will see you get already some quite significant result on your account.
Cool.
All right. So now, yeah, I want to say something about the AI repricer. So there are many so-called algorithmic AI repricer on the market right now. The thing is, it's a trend, actually. It's really a trend now. And it has become kind of a marketing buzzword. So the thing is, I can only advise you to don't get fooled by those companies. So you can look at the board I just show you right now. Only if the repricer can achieve all those requirements, then it might be a real AI repricer, like the one we have at BQool. So we can maybe in the future talk a bit more about that. It's very important, but because I see like some companies, I don't want to say name, but I see some companies on the market that they are not AI. Since I explained to you, right, AI, it requires a lot of times. We have 10 years of data. We use 10 years of data in order to build this AI. So it was, be careful the company you choose, or just make it simple and just choose BQool, right? Okay, then what we can check now, it's how does it work actually? So how does the AI works? Very briefly and very simple way. Let's check that. So you can see this is the AI model graphic. So what we can have a quick look at this AI model graphic and check section by section. So the AI model right here, the AI model takes into consideration multiple factors, as you can see on the screen right now. So it takes the ASIN into consideration, how many competitors you have. It's also who are those competitors, also which Amazon marketplace are you competing in. It factors the price of the buy box and the seller type, your fulfillment type. I mean, a lot of factors. And then all these factors are put into the AI learning model. All right, so we take all these factors and put into the AI learning model. So then the second stage will be that the AI model will develop and train from historical data from the factors we just saw. So the AI will test and identify relationship between them, between all these factors. So at the start, it will price up and down with your minimum and maximum. It will keep pricing up and down because that's normal. Like I explained before, we got a machine learning. So the AI is learning your competitors' behaviors and how to win the buy box. So it's also the reason why it's very important, and we're gonna check that later on. It's very important to set up your min and max correctly. This is because it will let the AI, it will give the AI leverage to play with the role. And then finally, you get the third section. So then it predicts the pricing based on the AI machine learning. So it will either raise the price when the AI model think that you can raise the price. So if you think that, oh, you get a buy box, you can raise the price, you won't even lose the price because he knows your competitors very well. And this is, of course, make your profit increase. Or it may also lower the price. If you lower a little bit the price, it's because the AI will determine that in order to keep the buy box, you have to, and because maybe someone is attacking you, one of your competitors, you have to lower a bit the price in order to keep the buy box. So far, so good, Seth.
Very good. I've got some questions that I'm lining up for later.
Perfect. That's great. I try to keep it very simple. Like we don't go in too much detail. Then most of the people can understand clearly how does it work.
Perfect.
Okay. So now we're gonna explain briefly the 3 different roles we have. So because some people might ask, oh, you have the AI, why do you have 3 different roles? So let's check this out. So there are 3 variations of our AI repricing role. They are based on the level of competition. So as you can see on the screen, you have the intense competition one, then the moderate competition, and then the low competition. So you have to remember that overall, there are better situations for using the AI. I already talked to you about this. The thing is, it's better if you don't have, if you have less than 20 competitors, 20 offers on your asset. Because if it's over 20, then it would be too saturated and the AI won't work at its best. Second, it's when price above your min. So it's important to make sure that the buy box price is not lower than your minimum price. Again, this shows how important it is to set up the min and price correctly. Because if your competitor's price, the one who get the buy box, is under your min price, the AI won't be able to reprice under your min, otherwise you will lose money. So very important to set up your min correctly. Let's go in more details on different ones. So right now we're gonna check the first one, which is the intense competition. So the intense competition one is more a sales volume oriented role. So while also keeping your profit margin in mind, it can be used to maximize the sales aggressively and go for the buy box. So overall, this one is more suitable if there are over 15 sellers and there is a combination of FBM sellers and FBA sellers, even though I think we can say that FBM sellers in priority for this one. They are also in this rule, there is also a low min price. So it means like it's ultra competitive, it's very competitive. And you give the repricer more leverage. Again, it's all about min and max that you want to set up. And you can use this strategy when you want to liquidate your stocks. Since it's very aggressive and you have some stock, you want to liquidate them, definitely you're going to choose this one. You can also do this if the buy box price is very low. And also if Amazon is on this listing, you know, it's very, very hard to compete with Amazon. So you have to be aggressive. So definitely you can choose this one. Amazon is on the listing as well. All right, so then we can check the second one. So this is the one you use since a couple of days, moderate competition one. So the second scenario is it's more a balanced approach where you are less aggressive and it will share the buy box. You can share the buy box in favor of profit. So this is ideal for quick sell with the possibility of selling higher than the buy box sometimes. And so it will drive your profit up. And this is more suitable for when you sales and your profit and ROI, it's more important that urgent sales. Again, if you need to very urgently sell, you would choose the first one, aggressive. Then if you want more profit and a better ROI, then you will choose this one, moderate one. So this strategy will also attempt to raise the price incrementally when possible and match the buy box price. Overall, like you can see on my screen, this is suitable when there are 10 to 15 sellers and both FBM and FBA, right? So this is just some recommendation, of course. So then we can check the third one. The third one is the low competition one. So moving on, we have this one. This is suitable if for product that you have few stocks left and there is not a lot of competition, for example. So usually that applies to the scenario when there are less than 5 sellers, low competition one. Usually this is also suitable for high ticket item for constant price. So the main goal is to maximize the profit. Since it's low competition, you want really high profit on this one. And this is useful for some large electronics where the sellers want to maximize their profit. So maybe not that effective for you as booksellers, definitely. I'm gonna share the result with you, okay? So maybe I'm gonna just let everyone knows that for our viewers that you are using the AI for about 5 days now, right? It was last Saturday, I think it's 5 days, not even a week. Yeah. And so what you did is you set up the moderate rule, so the rule number 2, on most of your sellings with less than 20 offers. Is that right?
I think it was all of them. So I think there was 900. There's I'm allowed to set 1,000 on the BQool subscription I've got. So I just maxed it out and I've got 1,000.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So what we can do is I already went to your account and I collected some ASINs with good results, just in order to illustrate what I was talking about earlier. Of course, what you can do is then connect to your account and check in more details, more ASINs, but definitely we cannot check like 1,000 ASIN together.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna just share my screen.
I haven't seen any of this, by the way. So people watching, this is going to be news to me as well.
Okay. As you can see here, so this is one of your listing. So you have the buy box on this one, and you can see that actually on this one, you have 90% of the time you have the buy box. You are the owner of the buy box. So this is thanks to the AI mainly. Also important to notice that on this one, you get 13, as you can see, 13 offers. So it gives you an idea. you doing FBA. So the thing is, let's change. All right. So see, you get a buy box at your price, and the thing is, you get 2 FBM above you. Before. I mean, they are lower than you, right? 2 FBM here, lower than you. So these 2 FBM are selling use acceptable. So you are selling in a good conditions. So it's definitely better. And why does the AI doesn't reprice up? And because you can see the other FBA is selling above you and is using also in good conditions. So this is why the AI determines, like, in order to win the buy box, you will have to be under this FBA just for 1 penny. So 1 cent below this FBA. And why it doesn't go above? Because you can also check other seller metrics. If you check the percentage of positive ratings, total ratings, you can see you get more than you. You get 249 and he got 5,000. So because he got 5,000, so if you price above him, you might lose the buy box. Okay. And this is why the AI realized, like I said, he will check so many factors together, and then he will analyze all of them. And what he's gonna do is gonna determine if you can reprice up, reprice down. So if the FBA above you stops selling or is not on the listing anymore, he might reprice up. This is how the AI works. So again, this one you can see is it illustrates very well what I was saying. So then this is actually the price history. So this is the price history of the same asset. So you can see how did it work. So in green right now, you see in green part, this is when the AI raised your buy box price. The red one is probably when you own the buy box and you've been attacked by one of your competitors. So in order to keep the buy box, the AI will decrease the price a little bit, and then you will keep the buy box. So see the seller ID right here. The seller ID, at first we were competing against this one, like the end by 47. And then we start competing with another one, 09. This is because the AI he already finished learning about these first competitors, and he figured out what price will be the best in order to keep the buy box and win the buy box. And then he will move on to the next competitors and he will study. You know, like I was saying, it's a machine learning. He will target the competitors, the main competitors that you have, learn everything about him, determines what is the price that you should get in order to win the buy box against them, and then you will set up the price accordingly. So it's definitely, according to what you see here, this is the evidence of competitors profiling. So we can move on to another one. All right, this one is a very clear example of how powerful it is. Look at this one. So you can see only green, right? Yeah. This is only green, which means like the AI, by studying your competitor's environment, the AI just keep increasing your buy box price. So you are the buy box owner, and unlike many other repricers on the market, what they do is they actually just, as soon as you have the buy box, you won't do much. So because the AI analyze your competitor's environment, and then you realize that, oh wait, we can increase, it will be fine, you will still be able to keep the buy box. So then you keep increasing the buy box price. So of course, what does it mean? You keep increasing the buy box price, you keep increasing your profit and margin. And it's very important to notice for this one, for example, this asset, you have 98% of the time, it's you, the owner of the buy box. So we keep increasing and we don't even lose the buy box. And you have more than 10 other offers on this one, for example. So, you know,
how many of the other offers are FBA?
How many offers FBA do we have on this one? Let me check.
Out of interest.
Well, I don't have it right now. I'm going to check this out later on.
But if I'm an acceptable offer, that's pretty good anyway, isn't it?
It is. It's very powerful. Yeah. Again, remember this. you didn't do much to set up this role, right?
No.
AI, that's the point. Like you just choose the role, and in just 2 minutes, you set up your repricer to have such amazing results. So it's really a game changer in this repricing world. Otherwise, you just have to reprice manually. It would take hours and hours of your time. You can just use this time doing other things, maybe searching for sourcing new products to sell and developing your business and everything.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
having great result. What we can check also, and you will see that look overall, because now I just took 2 ASINs, right? So you can be like, hey, yeah, but Flo, you just select 2 ASIN. So maybe that's not enough. But look at this. This is all right. This is the buy box win overall on all your accounts. So it was at, you can see, let me move this. That's week by week, okay? So the week before, it was 29%. So overall, you have a buy box win of 29%. And the week you start using the AI, the buy box win increased to 37%. So almost 10% buy box win increase in just 1 week by using the AI.
Nice.
So it means like since you start using the AI start work, and then is, as you can see here on this slide. So you have before using the AI, you were 29% of buy box win, and right now, since you start using the AI on all your listing, overall the overall buy box win percentage increased to 37%. So almost 10% increase. This is a huge increase. It means that overall 10% more buy box win on your 1,000 listings. It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah,
imagine awesome. the money you can make. And this is just 5 days used. 5 days, which means, like, as I say, you get the machine learning. The more you use the AI, the better knowledge it has on your market environment, and the more buy box win you will have. So this percentage will increase in the future as well. And
yeah, so it's not only the percentage that's increasing, it's actually the cost of the book. Well, the price is going to go up as well as the percentage going up. So I think people watching that need to realize this. You're kind of almost getting a compound increase there, aren't you?
That's right. That's right. And of course, buy box win, you get more buy box, you may get more sales. You get more sales, you get more money, right? So definitely, it's really fantastic result. And I can even show you how this result can be even better. I'm going to show you something. So when I check your accounts, I check your listings at your mean price, which is like you have the buy box, but you are at your mean price right now. And or maybe the thing you want to do is in order to compete, maybe someone will take the buy box. So these prices, you cannot go under, right? You are at your mean right now. Remember before I was talking about set up your mean price correctly. So in order to set up your mean price correctly, and in order to let the AI do its job, you have to let him have enough leverage to work. So if the buy box is under your mean price, then you cannot compete with him. So there are 2 solutions about this. The first one is you can set up your mean a bit lower than the one you set up right now, and then definitely you should do it, because then you will win more buy box. And as soon as you get the buy box, again, the AI will work and will increase your buy box price, incrementally increase the buy box price. The second one, you can tell me, yeah, but Flo, actually I cannot lower my mean, because if I lower my mean, then I don't make any profit. So this is when it goes to another matters. It's the sourcing matters. So you have to source the product better in order to have better price and to be able to lower your mean. So again, very important to lower your mean correctly. But the most important one is this one. This one is max. So what does it mean? You have you can see here, you have 600, more than almost 700 listings at your max. So you have the buy box, but you are at your max. So it means like if you increase your max price, the AI will be able to increase your price. So maybe you can make a couple of dollars more on each listings. The thing is, since you set up your max, for example, at $20 and you have the buy box at $20, but maybe the AI could go even higher. Remember the one I showed you before? One of your listing, keep increasing, right? You get only red, green marks on it. It's like the AI keep increasing the price of your buy box. But then if you set up your max too low, then the AI cannot go above this. And maybe you are losing profit. So definitely you have more than almost 700 listings that you might be able to make much more profit. But since the max price is set up too low, then you might lose some profit since the AI, you limit the AI. Actually, it cannot work perfectly. So yeah, I can only suggest you to have a look at this, you min and max, and maybe on some listing, you can make some adjustments.
Yeah, I will be looking at that for sure.
You get like more than 600, really. So you can really do even better than what you do now.
Yeah, I'll have to put some eyes on that as soon as possible.
And all right, so to summarize, then the AI, what we can say about the AI, it's we can actually make a resume in 5 points, like the top 5 benefits of the AI overall, because some people receive a lot of information. So let's sum up. So the first benefit of the AI will be it will aggressively accelerate your buy box win rate percentage. Whether you want to accelerate sales, earn more net profit, or need some to liquidate, it does it all. The second is to maximize your profit. You don't want to keep repricing down, right? So you want to also reprice up and reach your financial goals. So the AI can do that, maximize your profit and raise up the price up. The third one is raising the buy box price incrementally. As I showed you before, the price keep increasing incrementally. This is a balanced and moderate approach that it will be. With this, you will be able to share the buy box in favor of profit. The fourth is to have the machine learning. So the machine learning will continuously learn and personalize your competition environment in order to help you to compete with them in a better way. And this is for each ASIN. It's not like the same for all the ASIN. For each ASIN, it will analyze the environment, competitive environment, and figure out the best price for you. And finally, it's so fast and very easy to set up. This is really, I think for most of the new sellers right now, they don't know how to set up correctly the AI, the repricer, sorry. So this AI, it's the perfect solution for them. Fast and easy to set up. So no more complicated rule to set up for themselves. All right, so that was overall the presentation of the AI. I hope it was clear for everyone. Let me know if you have any questions. I also have some good news for, of course, for you and the viewers. I mean, I can tell you right now. So what we can do is anyone who watch this video interesting about trying the AI, at least trying, you can have 30 days free trial, like 30 days free trial, no credit card needed, nothing, just come. You have to use Seth link. I think Seth, you can put the link on the description of the video.
Yeah.
And then you will have 30 days free trial to test it out. And for the one, so this is in order to test it. So you are not BQool users yet. And for the one who are BQool users, we get some good deal with you too, for you too. So just come to us directly. Then we will know you come from Seth, and we will do something very good for you. You will be able to upgrade at better price, or you will be able to test our AI too with very good deal or something. Just come to us and we'll give you everything you need. Definitely.
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, one question would be, so obviously we were talking about, I actually just wanted to tack on to what you said at the end of the presentation about the 5 key points. I just wanted to tell people that when I set up that the moderate rule, it took me literally 2 minutes to get 1,000 listings up and running with that. So it is a massive, it's super easy to use. And we've shown that my sales have increased just in the last near the best part of a week, and that took me 2 minutes of work. You pointed me out on the best one to use, so I followed your lead because you obviously know better than me, and it's working so far, and it'd probably be good to do maybe a follow-up in a month to see how those listings are carrying on. But yeah, no, so it's definitely worth doing. One of my questions would be, so we were talking about the 700 listings that I'm potentially not maximizing my profit on.
Right.
So my question with that would be, so I don't put my maximums too high sometimes because I'd rather sell the book faster than wait for a higher price.
Mm-hmm.
If, say, the sales rank's quite high and I think it will sell faster, say, in a month or two rather than 6 months, if I price it at $150 rather than $250. So do you know what the AI repricer would do in that situation? Like, is it going to focus on maximizing profit, or is it going to focus on getting the sale? Do you know?
I mean, so this will be depending on the AI rules that you will choose. If you want something like more aggressive, like I was showing you, this is definitely the first rule. The first rule, we go in more aggressive one. So instead of waiting to get better price and better profit, if you really want to focus on selling fast, then you should choose the first one, the rule number 1. If you want to, like I was saying, increase your profit, it's not very urgent for you to sell, then you should stay on the moderate road. So what I can suggest is we saw that together, right? You have more than 600 listings at your max already. So the AI cannot reprice higher than that. So maybe you shouldn't increase the max price for all of your listings. You can check on all this listing, which one you think you might increase the price and which one maybe don't need to increase the price. As you can see, since you use BQool for quite a while now, you know that you get a lot of filters. You can use a lot of filters to filter out the result, right? So according to some of the requirements you have, and you can definitely filter out all the products that for you are fine to increase the price a little bit, and then you will definitely increase your profit.
Cool. Another question that one of the members of the group is asking me to ask, which I'm also quite interested in, is it's not network. It could be AI related actually. The AI repricer, does that factor in if Amazon's on the listing, right, and your maximum price happens to be higher than Amazon because Amazon maybe lowered their price and you've not followed it? Will it go under Amazon? How does that work?
It will definitely compete with Amazon. The AI is able to compete with Amazon. So when you have Amazon in your listing, what you should do is definitely choose the rule number 1, aggressive. Amazon is very hard to compete with. So if Amazon is on your listing, first things to do is definitely select the first rule, and then let the AI works and compete with Amazon. It might undercut the Amazon buy box price. It's very hard to get the buy box from Amazon, even with the AI, but the AI will surely give you more chances to get it. There are actually no limits to what the AI can accomplish. Really. And if you want more details about this, what I can do is you can send me the questions and I can just reply to giving a more detailed answer in your group directly. Cool, yeah. I think definitely that would be a good solution to explain in more details how the AI will face and compete with Amazon, with you guys selling books. Definitely, we can do that.
That's cool. That's really good. Yeah. So I guess if I was to do this, well, I will set up more repricing rules probably, but I guess the best thing to do would be to have like 2 or 3 different rules. One AI rule you're using the more aggressive one you're using the more moderate, and then you can kind of apply your minimums and maximums and that rule to depending on the listing and your competition, just for people in the group who are. That's probably going to be the most effective way to get the best sale. Yeah, I'll probably do that going forward, but I don't know if it's worth talking about the actual like pricing structure of it, because I've got 10,000 listings. I pay $100 a month for mine.
Yeah,
and I get 1,000 AI repricing included in that. So if people have just got the basic 1,000 listings a month package, how many AI do they get with that? Is it 100 or?
So if you have the $100 plan, the one you have now, you have 1,000 AI listings available.
Yeah.
So if you have the $50 plan, you have 10 AI available. So basically, it's if you have the $50 plan, you can try it out. You can try the AI with 10 listings. It's important to notice, I think, that how complicated it is to create this AI. It requires a lot of AI scientists. You get a lot of things to do. It requires years and years of work to produce this. Again, this real powerful AI repricer. So it is a bit more expensive in a way that you have to upgrade in order to get more AI. But for what you get from it, is worth it. Definitely worth it. Again, try it out. Try it out. You can have 30 days free trial. 30 days free trial. So, or if you have $50, you get 10 asking for free.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that you're offering a cool deal there just to test it out, and we can see firsthand from my account that I had an ASIN which was an acceptable offer, which was at, what was it? It was at like 70 or 80 bucks, and then it got raised to like 140.
That's right. That's right.
I made an extra 60 bucks on one ASIN by using this AI rule. So if we times that by however many ASINs I've got, 1,000, I mean, don't know how much more money I'm going to be making.
That's right. You have to think about that. And sellers who are interested definitely have to think about how much more money they will make with this AI. Does it worth it, like 50 bucks more per month? Definitely. Again, try it out. We are very sure of what we're doing, to be honest. We spend years to get it ready. Now it is ready. We are sure of what we're doing. So try it out. And you see yourself. You will see yourself.
I mean, like, you've got to spend to grow, haven't you? And you've got to take chances. And I thought I'd just trust you and just go. I was going to only do 500 ASINs, and I thought, well, I might as well just do 1,000, because what's the worst that can happen? And it's benefiting me. So yeah,
and so it's just 5 days. Remember, you get the machine learning, right? It would get better and better. It's like, so definitely it's really great. And then also we are going to update our AI in the future. We're gonna enhance the repricing capability of the repricing central we have. We're also going to introduce other repricing optimizations features that take into consideration the inventory age, sales velocity, and other metrics into accounts that will streamline the whole pricing process for seller accounts. So we get more and more dates coming in the future. This BQool provide the most powerful AI repricing for Amazon sellers, hands down. And right now with the AI, it's becoming like very clear for everyone. So try it out, see yourself. I'm sure you will love it. And if you have any questions, just come to us, or if you are a Seth member, just post any question on the group, and then I will join. I mean, I'm in the part of the group too, so I can reply questions. It's fine, you know. I showed you before, we have 4.8 rating on Trustpilot. Most of them are saying that our customer service is very great. So this is very important for us. Any questions, come to us. Don't worry about that. We're gonna reply any questions.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. I'm sure we'll have a few questions. There's a few people, I've already told them that we're doing this video, and they're quite excited to watch this anyway. So I think,
amazing. That's great.
There'll be some. It's definitely, you did well with the presentation to get the point across. I feel like I learned, I understand it a lot better now, and I'm also more confident now going forward to use it. So that's pretty cool.
Amazing.
And then one last little thing I remember we talked about a while ago is that you can set alerts on BQool as well, right? And I feel like people in the group need to know that.
Oh yeah, you can set alerts on BQool, but the alerts what kind of alerts are you talking about actually?
You were saying you can set alerts like when a book hits a certain price, you'll get an alert, right?
All right, so the alerts will be using the other software, which is BQool Big Central software. So this software, it's an all-in-one software, marketing and sales software that we have. Big Central, very powerful software as well, that you can set tons of different alerts. But these alerts are not directly in place into Repricing Central for now, but it might be soon actually.
Okay, watch this space then. That was a false alarm, guys.
Don't worry,
it's interesting. Interesting potential for the future, because I feel like that would be a feature.
Definitely. All right, so thanks a lot, Seth. If you don't have any question now, I think then the video won't be too long. I think for the viewers, they don't really like to watch too long videos. Yeah. Anyway, again, we are open for any questions. Please just come to us. You can use the 30 days free trial. Use the Seth link for that. Please, Seth, don't forget to put the link on your video. I think we're going to put this video also on the BQool YouTube website. You can also definitely come to our Facebook group. I'm going to give you the link to our Facebook group. You have tons of questions from our users, then you will be able to understand more what we're doing. And if you have any questions, you can directly ask a question on the group and on Seth's group too. And we welcome everyone to try it out. And hopefully this Amazon business will increase even more thanks to the AI now. Thanks, Seth, for your time. Really appreciate it. I know you're a very busy guy, traveling the world, running your amazing business, and getting your group, one of the more active one on Facebook. It's really great. So thanks a lot, and see you guys in the next video, I think.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.